Yo, yo, what's up? How y'all doing? What y'all up to? Glad y'all like the review. Uh, I'm glad a video I actually put effort into is one that gets over like 10 views, so that's what's up. I think punk shows, at least for me, is probably the best, like, social situation to be in. Because I fucking hate being in public. Uh, I like touching grass, right? I like going outside. I don't like being around people, though, really. But for some reason, like even though it's loud as fuck and really bright and there's a bunch of people, being at a punk show feels really fucking good, bro. It feels very uninhibited. And I don't really know why. I know there's the whole like punks are supposed to be accepting and like a lot of them are, but you also have a lot that aren't. Just with any other thing, it's a wide range of people. So it's weird that I enjoy it so much, and I just have mainly good interactions, even if the person isn't that, great or interesting. And like, I don't know what it is, man. The junkies there are usually cool. Obviously, you got like your fucking fat neck bearded gatekeepers, but that's not a lot of the people. And anytime I've seen like a genuinely like bad person at a punk show, they got stomped out. Well, it is very possible I'm lucky, but I also understand this does come from the perspective of a man. I know a lot of my homegirls who have gone to shows who have not had as good of an experience. Yeah, that's just because guys are fucking weird, though. I feel like that's on everything. And especially, like, when you go to, like, local shows that have, like, 5 different bands playing, it's sick, you know? You get to see, usually you get some kind of new music. You don't know, like, every single band. Even if it's one you've seen before, you don't know if one of the 3 openers is something you've seen. So you get new music, you get to hear, like, of course, your favorites. Uh, I like Mosh Pit. I'm in there constantly, so I fucking love that shit. Um, and bro, the small show pits are fucking insane, bro. That's the stories you hear, like people stage diving and like stomping motherfuckers and shit like that. Um, they can get crazy, but they're always a lot of fucking fun. But like especially towards the end of the night, like in Hoodcore with Dana Diablo, that shit by the end was fucking wild, bro. The pit was damn near the entire room. I wonder if I can find the picture, like of their on their Instagram. If I can, it'll be here. If not, I'm sorry. Started watching The Invisible Fight Girl on Amazon, and that shit's dope. I'm really enjoying it. Not too far in. I don't think they're too far in like making it. At the fight where she has with the dude's older brother. I like the art style. I like the positive feel. If you watch my videos, I'm obviously very partial to wrestling, so it's gonna tend to like that shit anyway. But having like the 2 types of people in the world are wrestlers and accountants is pretty fucking fire. I don't know, I just amazing. It's also super charming. Like at the beginning, like in the beginning, where you have accountants just chucking like pencils and shit at some pro wrestler who's trying to fight a child, which is also really funny because it's just this like fucking giant person that is like straight up fighting this like what the 16, 17-year old, and he's like full on going, bro. He is going to beat the shit out of this little girl, bro. It is crazy. Obviously she ends up winning because it's a show, but I just found it really funny. And like you can tell the people also really fucking like wrestling because like even like the girl because she is supposed to be an accountant and then she goes to like the wrestling city. It's kind of like that one Scooby Doo WWE movie where they have like wrestling town and like John Cena and Undertaker and shit. They all live in it, right? So she goes from like an accountant town to basically that world's version of that. Um, so it's a simple storyline, but I just like how they do it. And the fights are very much like they're real wrestling techniques. They're animated fucking beautifully. It has I feel like it has a lot of frames. I don't like, and obviously I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, more frames equals better animation. This just has great animation and a lot of frames. Also, dog. And, speaking of charming, I'm a fucking god at segues. I think the 2 most charming eras of like Western animation is that like early Looney Tunes, and then the modern era, like the fucking Steven Universe, Adventure Time, like regular show. I think we're currently in like a really charming era of animation, you know, where you just like even the small things end up making you like fall in love with the world and really help you get into it more, and obviously in very different ways. Um, just like very, in the old ones, a lot more like small, simple jokes with like these very bright color palettes, very clean lines. Um, and now with stuff like Steven Universe or OKKO, you have these like softer lines with like very strong outlines, but it makes all the characters have like a fucking, I don't want to say plushy, but I guess it's the closest I can think of, like, feeling to them, which I personally like. I know a lot of people criticize that, but I think it's cool. And I think it is important to, like, have those positive messages for kids. And you can make fun of them, call them gay or whatever, but if you see what the fuck happens when all the kids are on the internet, you start to realize maybe Steven Universe wasn't so bad. Or maybe them being gay is fine. If you are a child, do not watch me. Period. Like, nothing. Like reading through like all of the Massiveverse stuff. I finished Rogue Sun, but I don't want to talk about them a whole lot. So I want to do a video covering the entire Massiveverse, because I feel like there's going to be enough there for me to rant about. But even so far, I'm in love with the series. So even when I do talk about it, it will probably be a very biased positive review. Or I guess it's probably more of a discussion because I don't really talk about like something being. I mean, obviously I talk about whether it's good or bad, but I usually only make videos about things that I really like, and explaining why I like them, and that's not as much of a review as me, like, having a discussion about the movie and talking about it and bringing about, like, why I like it, But I feel like that's different than movie review, which I feel like I can also do this, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. In this case, it'll probably just be more of a discussion rather than, like, this is what's great and this is what's bad, because I'm not that, like, educated in the world of comics and shit, so I can't be like, this line work is bad and this story is, you know what I mean? Like, I can talk about the story and something being dumb, but like, I don't have like the critical eye I do with like games or movies or TV shows and shit. Oh, I should like what I do wish, right? I grabbed about one of my older videos. Forget which fucking Meth had rants, but I complained about a movie. I should have just made that into its own video because there was more than enough to bitch about in that movie, bro. Holy shit. No, well, okay, and I know I didn't. I didn't want to have to find all the footage, but like thinking about it now, I definitely should have. Because I haven't seen anybody cover it, and that shit pissed me off, bro. I want to say Get Out, but that's a really good movie. That's not the fucking name. I don't know. It was one of the fucking white woman slasher movies. Bellatra was slowly taking over my life, and if I had it on a console or a computer, this would have turned into a Bellatra channel by now. Not very good, but I'm addicted to it, bro. I tried to play just like, I'll do 3 rounds and go out because it was and like start cleaning because it was on a weekend, and I ended up like beating the game, and I was like, God fucking damn it, I just wasted like an hour. And it probably wasn't an hour, but you get the idea. It's very fun. I also just like poker. Also, the D&D boss fight where it's a wizard that different like spells are cast with like different poker hands. They're like full house and it's a fireball and that shit explodes. That's dope as hell. So I actually bought a YouTuber product. I watched our cold ones and Grog came to California, so I was like, hey, fuck it. And these bitches are so fucking good, bro. Like, on me, I was just like, oh, at first it was genuinely just out of curiosity. Also, these headphones are fucking retarded, but shit, what was it talking about? Oh yeah, Grog. But then I had it, I'm like, this shit is genuinely really good. Like, this just tastes better than most, like just normal drinks. But, like, bar, like, or at least most mainstream, If you get some fucking specialty made, goddamn, Shirley Temple's probably gonna beat it, but, like, pretty much anything bar, Arizona, it tastes better than. And, this is the beach, because I finished the grape. And obviously this is not sponsored, I just wanted to talk about it, I was fucking surprised. It's a YouTube product. Even if it's good, you're like, oh, this is a cool YouTube product. But no, this shit's really good. It's fucking delicious. And then, and I can't believe I'm saying this. It's such like a fucking. It feels like such a white thing to say. It goes down a little too easy. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely, like, first day I got them, I definitely threw back like 6 before I realized. I'm not counting my drinks normally. And I am very biased, but the grape is better than the peach. The peach is still great, don't get me wrong, but the grape is fucking divine, bro. God. And then you get like the soju taste on the end, and bro, it's amazing. Like at what's the back end? That's what it's fucking called. Cause you get like the sweetness of the fruit, and you swallow that shit, and you feel like the soju on your tongue, and you're like, goddamn, bro. Oh, speaking of games, I'm playing on my phone, taking up way too much of my time. Dude, the Pokemon like trading card game thing is so much fucking fun, dude. And I've gotten really lucky. I pulled Zapdos and Articuno's um full arts, like EX full arts, and I'm just hunting for Moltres. I got a fuck ton of EXs and shit. And because I started with the Mewtwo pack, I was able to build the whole fucking Gardevoir, put 2 energy on YouTube, discard 2 energy on YouTube, so on and so forth. So you can just one-shot everything. Right now, I'm working on a thing that uses Greninja to deal an extra 20 damage every attack. You're using Articuno to deal damage to everybody, and then Pidgeot to just constantly switch people in to either finish them off or stop them from really mounting an offense. Pidgeot will just fucking drive off, what makes you switch your active Pokemon, and then Greninja has Water Shuriken, which adds 20 damage to it's either a Pokemon or an active Pokemon, and then Blizzard does 60 damage, but then 10 damage to the entire team. So I'm just excited to use it. To be honest, I think it sounds really fun. But I need to pull another Greninja, and I need to fucking get a Misty. Yo, fuck Stu from accounting. We don't want to hear about your dumbass weekend. And like when I say I can like crush the frogs really quickly, because I try not to drink a whole lot, because there's a period of time when I was wilding out, and I know it could be a problem, so I try to like manage everything and keep numbers on everything, right? But these motherfuckers made me forget like full stop. Actually, that's why it is called Meth Rants, even though I wasn't doing that. Shh. Dude, I can't wait till I can start making money on this, and then I can spend all of this as like my extra money, and like make a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh decks and Master Duel. Yo, alright, I want to start a short series called Low Budget Directing, where I just like do a thing that's based on another style of directing from a movie I like. That's about it. But also Zins. Like, listen, I'm all for nicotine packets. It's the healthiest way for you to do nicotine, right? However, fuck Zins, bro. Like, you get another brand, especially like here in Cali, you can't go above 6 milligrams, and all their 6 milligrams fucking suck, bro. If you can find them, shit. Can you see them in the light? Zemos, these motherfuckers are gas. It's got to be 6 milligrams. There better be a fucking lot of nicotine in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Not like a lot, isn't it? But like a large quantity in the thing. I guess it would still be the same. You know what I'm fucking talking about. They don't feel stronger. I don't know why. Fuck you. Fuck Zins. And then, like, bro, their coffee. Fuck coffee flavored nicotine packets in general. I have never had a good, like, coffee nicotine packet. Like, it's always fucking hot. I will say though, the worst like tasting Nick packet that I ever had was this one called Breakers, and I could not tell what it tasted like. It was so fucking bad, bro. Like, dog, I like put in there like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I still right now don't know what the fuck the taste was. I didn't know at the moment. All I know is it was shit. Hot ass, but it was undescribable hot ass, which made it fucking memorable, you know? It's like watching a Neil Breen movie, bro. Yo, I was gonna say I'm sorry for something. What the fuck was I gonna say I'm sorry for? Yo, I'm gonna keep it a Billy Bats and Buck with you. I do not remember what I was gonna apologize for, so get fucked, I guess. Numero dos. Ooh, that was a good crack. Oh, fuck. I don't know if I said numero dos or numero 2, but if I said numero 2, I guess it's kind of funnier, so. It's kind of funnier? You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I know that I fucking sucked the dick of these before, but I'm gonna push it again. If you've read Lovecraft and you love it, or you've been wanting to read Lovecraft, get these, read these. These are so fucking good. Because, like, I love the Lovecraft stories. I love the ideas and concepts, but I'm kind of a dog shit writer, and it's really nice to have one that's, like, well-paced and written really well and not kind of racist. Well, not kind of, very racist. and I really recommend it. Either way, any like racism, this version is still really. So I was cleaning my house, and I found a bunch of shit around. I found extra spikes and a bunch of studs that I forgot I had. There we go. You can't see this for shit, but you get the idea. So I'm attaching studs to the bottom, but I also found like a leather poker. So you know, let's go. I'm probably gonna put them on the vest, but I'm thinking about doing my leather jacket first because I think that doesn't have any decorations. I think is dope, but also put anything like big that's new on the vest since the lighters on the side of like the lighter heads on the side of these, and that goes not around the neck but mostly. Oh shit! This one stops earlier than I thought. I need to start cracking up with a couple more. I really thought this was done. Did something fall off? Whatever. We'll fix it soon. But I'm probably either gonna do all studs down here or work on the leather jacket that I'm not sure I've used in a video. If I haven't, or if I have, here's a picture of it. I like it. It's cool, but there's not really a whole lot of decoration. And while it doesn't need a lot, I feel like just a little something couldn't really hurt. I mean, like, studs on leather never looks bad, at least that I've seen. So, I don't know how good, like, Magic decks and, like, the competitors really are, but I tore all mine apart to make one Doctor Who deck, because I really like Doctor Who. Basically, you just mana ramp, and then you cast the Sixth Professor and the Impossible Girl. Impossible Girl copies Doctor's effects. The Doctor makes a non-legendary copy of the creature, right? And so you create two of the Impossible Girls. Her name is Clara in the show. She is the ninth, right? Yeah, the ninth Doctor's. Oh my god, what is his fucking name? He was in Morius, No, that was the eighth. The ninth is David Tennant. That's his name. Wasn't David Tennant in that? That was the other Doctor. Okay, whatever. The one that was with David Tennant, her name is Clara, and she like tore a rift through time. It's been a long time since I watched it, so I'm sorry if this explanation isn't exactly great. But basically, she did this thing where she saved the universe, but had to split herself into this, like, I don't know, not an omnipotent, like, perpetual, ethereal thing, where she's able to go through the universes and not be recognized, and, like, stay alive. And the Sixth Doctor is old, and he gets to, like I said, creates a non-legendary copy, and because Clara doubles the abilities, it means that you get to do the Doctor, and get 3 copies of every ancient. I forget what the key term is. Basically means legendary or saga, and you get to do 3 copies of all of the legendary or sagas, which is pretty much everything in the deck. And then if it's a Doctor, you end up getting 9. And it says 9 because you go 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because since you have 2 Claires, so yeah. Assuming the combo is going, you're getting 9 copies of every Doctor you play, which I spent too much money on it in the first place because about all the Doctor Who decks besides the Rakdos, so it has every Doctor in it, and it also has that fucking 13 or more Doctors WinCon. But that's kind of like, if I draw it, it's not like a super consistent one. But since I get 3, I only need to drop 4 Doctors if I get the WinCon, and I'm good, you know? And then I think, like, literally every good generic card I have in my collection is in that deck, because I wanted to make something that I could, like... My friends are a lot better at me than Magic, and even in, like, casual games, I get my shit pushed in. So I was like, fuck it, I gotta make something that's decent, so that when I do play with them, even though it's not that often, I can still do pretty good, and I feel like that shit is pretty good at this point. I like it. Where is the fucking box? Here's the fucking box. This motherfucker. Also, I am not joking with my my dick sucking of those Lovecraft comics. They are like 2 of them are in a pile right here. So Shadow over Innsmouth, and the you can't see, but there you go. Shadow over Innsmouth, Call of Cthulhu, on top of Sin City, and the Red Room, which has been good so far. I haven't read too much of it. It says. They kind of got a like 70s exploitation movie thing going on, at least for me, where I'm like, this is art, and it is worth looking at and watching and reading. However, you kind of got to be in the mood for it. I don't always like the last one. The first story I read from it, right, was called like The Rat Queen, where there was where it showed like a Red Room video from start to finish, right? And basically this guy, to make his money in life, was an executioner, and what his most current thing was he would tie a bunch of these people's hair together, and then make them fight to the death till only one was standing. And then and then he would like shoot bullets into them periodically, but not like lethal shots, but like one in the leg. So as they're done, and they're also all like inbred and malformed. They're kept in like a, like a fucking, what are animal butchery plants. It's like that, but with humans. So he takes 5 of them and he fucking, or not pop. He's like ties them all together, and then he's like, "Yo, y'all go fight this motherfucker," and then they go fight that motherfucker. Not that motherfucker. They fight each other, and they end up ripping into each other and tearing into each other and fighting because they all behave like animals since they haven't really been brought up in society, so they all still just behave like animals, Until only one is left, and her head can't stand up because of the weight of all the other bodies that is tied to her hair, and she doesn't know how to untie it. And then as he raises up her hand to win, the dude fucking kaboom! And then his daughter finds out and then ends up selling the tapes, but she likes the money she's getting, and she's doing drugs. Yeah, it's interesting. I like the concept. I think Red Room is genuinely a very small thing, and making presumably a more realistic version of what happens based on what he said. I think it's cool. I like it. Well, it's been real. It's been fun. Hasn't been real fun. Fuck you.